morning, everyone. Welcome back to JJK Chronicles, episode 14 of the podcast Chronicles. My name is Chaz.
Rise and shine, it's Ronnie.
And boy, oh boy, we're covering episode 14. I think I've already said it.
You didn't say we were going to cover, you said it was episode 14 of the podcast Chronicles, which is not accurate, but I knew what you were going for, and hey, as long as you try, that's all I can ask for.
What episode are we on?
Of the podcast Chronicles?
Yes. How many have we done?
We're getting close. A lot of milestones coming up real quick. We're right at a year of posting episodes, and we're pretty much right at 100 episodes released.
Oh my goodness.
How about that?
How about that? Most podcasts do one a week, maybe two. We've upped it.
I'm very impressed with us.
Thank you.
Just, from a self-goal standpoint, I think we did great. We're doing great. How do you feel? Would you like to analyze us?
I think we've
one year down.
Exceeded expectations from everyone.
Did you see us doing this a year down the road?
No.
Did you see us doing this consistently enough to where I think the longest we've gone without posting was almost 2 weeks, and that was in between shows?
No.
That's pretty crazy.
It's pretty crazy, and I don't think anyone listens anymore, but it's fine.
That's all right. Once I get my dick out of my own mouth, we can go ahead and start talking about this podcast, because I feel like we're slurping ourselves off a little bit.
I mean, we both still suck. You're
yawning.
I'm not yawning.
It's you were.
Yawning.
Well, you were. And here it is, 6 p.m. And what do? Oh, gotta get a coffee. So obnoxious. Also, can't help but notice a lot of times when you have your own coffee here, it's styrofoam cups. Care more about the environment.
You can set these on fire and it,
And they glow green and poison the atmosphere.
I just keep all of these styrofoam cups in my room just so it doesn't, pollute anything. You should try it out sometime.
It's a good method that a lot of people don't, I think, take seriously. Just stack them and hide them.
Yeah.
Don't put that out in nature.
But anyways, we'll cover this show. Jujutsu Kaisen.
Way to say it right. Impressive.
Did I say it right, or are you being
Episode
a smartass?
14, no, I think you did it right.
Okay, well, how about you?
And what's the name of the episode?
How about you let me talk this through before you
I just wanted...
interrupt?
Oh, okay, sorry. I'll refrain from giving you compliments from now on.
Well, compliment me when I'm done with my sentences, not in the middle of them.
Well, at this point, you should have said all this 2.5 minutes ago, but you didn't, so now we're doing it here.
Jujutsu Kaisen, episode 14, Kyoto Sister School Exchange Event.
See, that time I think you botched it, but we must move on, so let's keep this show rolling.
So we start off with Brokano.
Well, what did you think of this episode?
It was good.
Well, see, we're transitioning here.
What does that mean?
I feel like we're going into a new phase of the show. Everyone's starting to come to a lot of characters in this one. Before we're sticking to, it feels like 4 or 5 characters an episode. We've really expanded. We got a whole lot of new faces, and I'm sure that we will pronounce 50% of them wrong. Or, what are the tactic that I've done? A lot of nicknames.
A lot of nicknames, yeah.
lot of nicknames.
I'm glad you said that. I call a lot of these people different names, but it should be easy to identify them. I make it real relatable.
I think it's good to establish a nickname, and then as the more episodes go along, we get used to these characters, we can transition into their actual names.
Okay, I like that. I'm glad you said that because I don't remember a single one of their names.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, we start off with Brokano. And he's looking a lot better. He's not looking as bad as he used to. He's not just ahead anymore.
Yeah, I would agree. You do tend to look better when you're not just ahead. So that's a good point.
And he's smoking ganja from a piped, cursed human.
Not only ganja, this guy's straight up smoking them brains.
Holy smokes.
Oh, I see what you did there. And he's doing it in kind of a hot tub, right?
Yeah, it's like a spring.
Like a jacuzzi.
It is, but it's more of a natural hot tub.
It's a natural jacuzzi?
Yeah, it's a natural jacuzzi.
I don't know. I feel like as a smoker yourself,
I'm not. Nah, don't call me
How
that.
how do you feel? Do you like puffing in a hot tub?
Oh man, dude.
Is that a
You
good place
shitting
for
me?
it?
Yeah, especially when it's a little eerie outside and getting nighttime. You're holding hands with your well, not holding hands. Sorry, that you're just kind of smoking it, chilling with your homie in the hot tub. You both might not have drawers on, but it's fine because you're staring up at the stars and you're having a good old time with your homies.
He seems like he's doing it at the crack of dawn.
Yeah, I think that's a great time to do it. As long as he has trunks on, especially in a natural jacuzzi. You never know if something's gonna pop up, and by that I mean eat your wiener.
Right.
Of
Of
what
course.
were we talking about?
Well, he's just, we're talking about him smoking them brains.
Oh yeah, the show.
And what were you saying? This is some cursed human pipe thing? What is all
Yeah.
that? How did you analyze that? I just saw the brain.
It has the face of the cursed humans that Mahito's been fucking with.
Really?
And he turned it into a pipe so that Brocano can smoke out of it. It's a little fucked up when you think about
A
it.
little fucked up, but also good friend.
He's having a good smoke sesh with that human, I guess.
Would you agree, good friend? It's a nice. It's a messed up gift,
It's a good
but
gesture.
it's a nice
yeah,
gift.
It's a good gesture.
Okay. Gesture?
Yeah. Get it? Because he's a guest, but he's not really a guest because he's
No,
getting
I
smoked
think
out
you
of.
mispronounced it. Now you're just trying
No.
to find your way
I
into
never
it.
mispronounce things. It's always puns. I'm just a very pun guy.
Remember when I gave you all those stickers? What a nice gesture that was for me.
Well, that doesn't
Really
work.
wish you'd
There's
actually-
no pun there.
Really
that
wish.
doesn't work.
Well, I really wish you'd start using those stickers more.
All right, let's get on with the show because I'm trying to get through this episode.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to get to the best character in the show. That's kind of what I'm trying to say. Anyways, Brocano has now officially got most of his body back, and he's in this, we talked about it, secluded jacuzzi / natural jacuzzi, and it's a place where humans rarely go, is what they say. So I don't know if this is actually one of their, like, what do you call it, domain expansions, or... Because we've seen them open up
Someone's just got like a wilderness spa as their domain.
Well, is that not what, when they went into that beach area, is that not what that was?
I think it's something different.
Okay.
But I like your thinking. I don't know exactly. That's true with the whole beach thing.
Because I was confused by that. I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. But yeah, I feel like it's two different things.
Okay. So this is probably an actual place. Because I feel like the other place, the beach place, they opened a door.
Well, they were like at an apartment
Narnia.
complex, and they opened up the room and then walked in, and then they were on a beach.
Oh, I know. It's the fucking squid.
The squiddy boy,
Squids, yeah. That's probably what it was. He's just letting them chill in there.
maybe.
What a nice guy. Brocano points out that Mahito is worn down himself, and he says it's because Sukuna and his vessel are his natural enemies. He then calls Junpei a new toy, he said he had a new toy in Junpei, which is really fucked up. And says that it didn't work out, though, in the end. He talks about trying to form a pact with Sukuna by...
Sukuna.
Fuck. This is going to be a rough one.
Why do you think it's gonna be so rough? What? I mean, because I'll be the first one to say you do seem to be off your game. Why do you think that is?
I don't know. My tongue, man, is just not... It's not fumbling around like it in my mouth gracefully.
Like it so usually does.
Well, you got to use your tongue to speak. It's all a part of the
Usually
nature.
your tongue is just fumbling all over your mouth.
I'm hazy, man. I'm not high or anything, I swear.
You look like you just woke up from a nap.
I don't know where I'm at right now, but I'm good. We're getting through this.
All right, let's just keep literally limping through. I feel like we're limping through it.
Sukuna, he tried to form a pact with Sukuna by using Junpei as like a hostage, but as we know, it didn't really work out because he transfigured Junpei, and Sukuna couldn't really do anything about that. It's not like he could heal him.
Right.
So Geto says pacts are only placed by oneself on oneself, and it's not easy to forge pacts with others or try to intervene in between them and do it. It's got to kind of happen naturally, I suppose.
Has Mahito already cannonballed into the spring? I think you.
Oh, dude, I missed it. I have it in here. He can't.
Okay.
Here, let me read it. Mahito comes cannonballing in with his nuts out and disturbs Brocano's smoke sesh with this pipe human. Wow, that was a good line, too.
That was a really good line because his nuts were out, but you decided to just skip on over that. We're going to be sipping on a coffee for 2 hours,
this is hot coffee,
too.
So it's a difference. Let's see here. Dude, these notes are there's so many notes and so detailed that's why I missed that.
You think after you hadn't taken notes in 3 weeks, you would have been ready to, like, actually do something?
I was trying to find a way to not, like, have to sit through this episode for 3 hours taking notes, because sometimes it takes entirely too long to do these.
Do better.
He then calls Junpei a thing and says he should have just injured him instead of transfiguring him, because Sukuna might have been able to heal him at that point, which I've already touched on because I'm a genius. Mahito talks about touching Sukuna while he's butt-ass naked and says we should probably proceed with Geto's plan for now. Is that how you say it, right? Geto?
Yeah, I think, yeah.
Okay.
Geto.
He's that valuable. And
as a rephrase, Geto's plan was essentially we need to wait.
Yeah.
Until what was his?
Well, and then Brocano says, so then we need to gather all the fingers, even if we are wiped out. Correct?
Yeah.
So, but the whole plan was Geto didn't really want them fighting Gojo either, and they wanted to seal Gojo in that prism thing,
right?
And of course, they didn't listen and did that on their own. But I think they're coming around. What I like about this whole relationship is that even though Geto is a human and they kind of don't really follow along with him, now they realize he's pretty damn smart and they're going along with what he does, even though he's human, which is pretty cool. Geto then says they need to go get the 6 fingers that Jujutsu. Let's change the fucking name.
It's tough. It's a tough one.
God, it's so stupid. I'm just going to start calling it Juju High, because they aren't well at assessing Yuji's vessel strength. He's saying that they have 6 fingers there, but they don't really know how to assess the vessel strength and do whatever with it. He's basically calling them stupid.
The higher-ups are struggling to contain Itadori's vessel. Not the only thing those guys are struggling with. A lot of them seem to be struggling with just life in general. Looking at you, assistant to the manager, that guy sucks.
Yeah, that guy, I mean, please don't ever mention him unless he pops up. Gojo is the only one that is the exception, though, because, as we know, Gojo wants Yuji to eat all the fingers as soon as they're obtained. And the higher-ups aren't really about that life. Gojo's just too cool for school. Geto then says that he's already taken steps, and that's why he let Juju High get the fingers that they already had. So he set them up. And we go straight into the OP. And it's a new OP, right?
New one, first time we're here.
I dig the song. I think I might have liked the song better than the first one.
You're saying you liked it better than the first one?
No, I'm sorry. I think I liked the first song better.
I was getting ready. Yeah, I was going to call you out because we've done.
But are you listening?
Because I don't know if people remembered or not, if they're actually listening to this. For some reason, you decided to give your take on the new intro 2 episodes before we saw the new OP. Thought that was real irresponsible how you did it, and you did say in that one that you liked the first song better than the second one.
But
go ahead.
We get awesome, I think, better visuals in this because we get Panda on top of a building beating his chest like a gorilla.
Well, yeah. First of all, the jury's still out on if that's your panda, because that panda was a different breed of panda.
That's my panda. Don't even try that.
So let's calm down. Let's calm down. There's multiple pandas, okay? We have pandas all over the place. But I also didn't like how you said maybe better, or whatever word you use. Visually, this thing's incredible. Animation, top notch. I loved all of it.
Wow.
Doing the bubble blowing. You undersold this so hard 2 episodes ago. It makes me so mad.
No, I wasn't. I was given a little insight for what's to come.
You're like, I like the first one better.
I said the
Wait,
song.
let's replay Chad 2 episodes ago. I'm gonna go ahead and answer this question, even though we're not gonna see the new OP for the 2 episodes. I like the first one better.
No, let's replay. Okay, here's the real replay right here. That was a fake one. Hey guys,
You have to do a replay sound.
Hey guys, I like the first song better. We'll tell you more about the visuals coming up in the upcoming episodes.
But anyway, I also want to shout out Paris. He sent in an email also excited about the new intro, the new OP. And I responded to him and said, yes, I agree, Paris. I'm really going to talk some shit to Chad because that guy's an idiot and completely undersold it.
So it's 9 o'clock. We go back to the show. It's 9 o'clock.
But a hamster just died in the wall. I don't know if the mics are going to pick up that, but that was the highest frequency that's ever touched my eardrum.
We have Gojo bored as fuck with Nanami because obviously Gojo is very childish, and we've got the adult of all adults sitting right next to him.
Oh, I had one more note about the OP. We see at the very end a guy playing a guitar to insinuate that, he's the one musically making this music. And I just thought that was a breath of fresh air. In a world where so many things, you got full drum kits on the computer, you got every chord played every way imaginable on computers. Sometimes it's just nice to see a person with an instrument in their hand strumming away. Good for them.
Speaking of music, I somehow happened to come across how I've not heard this band before, but they're called Baby Metal. Mm-hmm. You know them?
Oh, Baby Metal? It's kind of like Baby Looney Tunes.
No,
it's like the same thing?
Not even close. What it is, essentially, is a very famous band. It's how I've not heard of them. I'm stupid, but it's 3 younger Japanese ladies, probably in their early 20s.
Okay.
And
that is younger.
They do dances with metal music. There's a metal band playing, and they do these cool dances, and they have like their high-pitched voices, and one of the songs is called Give Me Chocolate, and it's fucking lit, dude. I loved it. Right before you got here, I literally watched like 5 videos of them.
Oh, really?
And I'll continue to listen to all their music.
To be clear, this has nothing to do with Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah, you were just talking about music and the guy playing the guitar.
No, that's fair. It's fair. It's fair. I'm not mad. I just wanted to make sure we clarified
You
that.
need to listen to it is what I was trying to say.
Yeah, Chocolate Daydream by the Baby Metals. Got it. I'm typing it real quick. All right, check that out later.
God, this sucks. Gojo offers to play catch with rice balls to Nanami while talking about separation of church and state. He wants to post a video of it and troll people online. I love Gojo, dude. I don't care if he's childish or not.
Yeah, I like Gojo, but he needs to realize who he's talking to, and that's the adult of the adults. He's just trying to read the paper, check on his stocks. He doesn't have time to be throwing rice balls or whatever the hell Gojo's trying to do here.
I know. I love how this world has phones, Bluetooth, all this stuff, and Nanami is still just sitting in the corner with a newspaper in his hands. He's the adult of all adults.
Right. You support local newspapers. It's a dying industry. Everything is online. They want you to... They give you one paragraph, and they want you to sign up for a subscription. Too many subscriptions. It's hard to support everything when you can just Google it, and someone's got it out there for your digestion.
Also, too, when you need to start a fire, it's wintertime, put some newspaper in your fireplace.
Oh, yeah.
It's a lot. Great fire starter.
Great starter.
Now he wants to play a drinking game with Nanami. So he's just going through all these, childish things with the adult of all adults. Nanami tells him to keep the silly attitude up because, how do you say the main character's name?
Itadori?
Yeah, it's Yuji, right?
Yuji Itadori?
I had Fuji right here. It's a mistype.
Gotcha.
Sorry.
No, it happens.
Because Yuji needs it.
Hey, you're doing great.
Sorry, guys. This is a little rough.
No, see, Gojo's a sweet soul, but he's too clueless. All right, I've had friends like this.
Wait, I thought he was doing this on purpose.
What?
I thought he was keeping up this attitude because he gave a little smile to Nanami when he said that he's trying to keep up this attitude for Yuji, and that's just his personality. Or am I wrong?
You saying like he's poking Nanami?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's fair.
I feel like he is poking him, but at the same time, that's definitely his just straight up attitude too,
right?
Like in life,
Yeah,
and he is pretty clueless.
He can be so obnoxious if he wants to. He's just that kind of guy.
It's kind of like you growing up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just obnoxious, not in a different way. You were just straight up obnoxious.
Yeah, whatever, dude.
Nanami says he didn't tell Yuji about the cursed finger that was found in Junpei's home because he would then blame Junpei's mom's death on himself.
Right. So, we wouldn't want that to happen.
Gojo then says that he's glad that he left Nanami in charge, but then Nanami says he gave the finger to the higher-ups when Gojo asks him about it. So he's like, I don't trust you with the finger. You just feed it to Yuji, so I gave it to the higher-ups. Which, come on, Nanami. Like, we get it. You're the adult of all adults, but that's one thing where I feel like you should just give the finger to Gojo.
Well, I'm surprised, especially since I feel like everything that Nanami's told us before is he doesn't have any respect for the higher-ups. And while he thinks Gojo's childish and maybe he doesn't trust him, but it does seem almost like he respects Gojo more than the other higher-ups. That's I fail to see, other than the president or basically the principal. I don't think they call them the principal of Juju High. Who else are the higher-ups? Are they seriously talking about assistant to the manager? Is there more than two of them? Who are these people?
That's exactly what he was talking about. They have a lot of respect for the assistant to the manager.
Like, talk about it like it's an entire board, when I'm pretty sure it's like two guys.
Yeah, maybe three at most. Nanami then talks about the higher-ups coming after Yuji at the exchange event. Once they find out, obviously, that he's alive, they're going to want to come after him.
Well, and that is the other thing. They talked about the higher-ups in the sense before of, like, the leaders of the Kyoto school as well.
So maybe they're just talking about both school higher-ups.
It's a confusing dynamic, because when you hear about it, you think that they're only talking about Jujutsu High, but I guess they're not. I guess they're talking about the other school, and I feel like they're the only two schools. We haven't heard of any other schools, but who knows? Who the fuck are the higher-ups? And how high are they?
Well, we know that old guy is one of the higher-ups.
Eyebrows is definitely a higher-up, and we have seen where he's basically insinuated that he's trying to get dirty with Itadori in the sense.
Whoa.
Well, I misspoke. Whoa. He's trying to kill him.
It's a lot of older people trying to get dirty with Itadori. Gojo then says, though, Yuji's going to be fine. Even if they all come after him, we know how good he is. And I trained him for one day. I got him to watch movies. He's going to be fine.
Yeah, we've had 2 lessons, and he's watched some movies. He's going to be... I've taught him everything I know, okay? So he's going to be okay.
Yuji then shows up right when they're talking about him, and he's excited as hell, and it is very anime when he walks through. And I thought you would enjoy the hell out of this.
This is a very anime episode, just in general. About 5 minutes in, I was thinking this is going to be the biggest one ever. They kind of tone it back a little bit at the end, so I don't know if I can give it that crown, but yes, very anime.
Which I loved. This is one of my favorite episodes in the show.
I'm sure you... Yeah, I can tell by the way of how flawlessly you've covered it so far.
Gojo says that Itadori's reveal has got to be a big surprise. They can't just, walk up with him, which is a surprise too, but it's got to be grander than that.
Just act like he's been here the whole time.
Yeah. Since it's been 2 months. So I like that. I didn't really know how long it had been, but... It's clarified now. It's been 2 months, 60 days, 472 hours. Is that how long?
Yes.
Okay.
Did they say that?
No, I'm just going through it.
You were just using context clues to figure out how long that was? Well done.
Gojo then says that the first years will cry with happiness, which is obviously Fushi and Nobara. And then the rest will follow. They'll all have tears because it'll be such a happy moment.
Yeah, it's essentially, he expects this to be some sort of military homecoming when, the kids are at school and then all of a sudden their dad's behind them and they start crying and then the entire hallway is crying because it's such a beautiful moment. See, the problem is Itadori, another very sweet soul. But... I just feel like they were together for only 2 weeks, And there was a couple moments, but not that many friend moments we saw in the earlier. There's too much excitement being built around this.
And see, Fushi, the only one I could see it being different with is Fushi because he saw him die right in front of him.
Saw him die.
Other than that,
he took it more personal.
Yeah.
He literally fought Sukuna to try and bring Itadori back. He gave himself up. So I'm sure he's got some sort of special connection. Itadori and Nobara did have one moment when they were fighting that green troll man who had a fingernail.
Then they said, "Oh, let's give the dog beef jerky. Such a good boy." Remember
right.
Which he was a very good boy.
But yeah, and I'm saying all this, they do a good job with how this reintroduction pays off. So I'm not shitting on the show because at this point I was like, wow, are they really going to introduce him and then Fushi and Nobara just lose their mind? But getting ahead of myself.
So then we go to Nobara, who's walking up on the rest of the Juju High students. We've got my boy Panda and, the rest of them. Whatever.
Well.
And she is just absolutely baffled that they don't have any of their stuff to go to Kyoto. She thought this was all going down in Kyoto.
Right.
That's when Panda comes in with the knowledge, of course. This is my guy, and he says that it's held in Tokyo.
Yeah, we got a home event.
As Nobara goes on a temper tantrum, like my ex used to when I wouldn't get her some sushi. And
your ex would do when you wouldn't get her some sushi?
Or just anything. That was just one example. It's just most women. Let's be honest.
I don't think you eat sushi.
I don't. That's what I'm saying. I would never go get it. So when she wanted it, I don't like sushi, so I obviously wouldn't get her any. If I don't like it, you're not getting it, okay? I don't care what you like. This is all about me.
At first I thought you were kidding around and was just making some sort of weird example out of the sushi thing. But now that you talk about it more, I feel like this is a very real thing that y'all fought about.
Well, that's the thing. When you're with somebody and you like different things,
yeah,
you gotta sometimes compromise. I'm not compromising with raw fish, okay?
Shocking. No, don't worry. Keep trying to find someone perfect that checks every single box you have.
I will make sure I find somebody that fits everything perfectly in my box.
His name's Frank.
And then we've got salmon. The guy says salmon.
Oh, good point, yeah.
As the Juju High crew is standing there, Nobara's still going on her anime temper tantrum. I know you love that. We then have the sister school come walking up, and my oh my, that lady's back. You know who I'm talking about here? My oh my?
Yes, my oh my, yeah. There's a little nugget from earlier in the season. A classic moment when you did the my oh my joke and then you started calling her Maya and you said, I've done it wrong the whole time. I said, no, you had the my oh my joke.
Don't remember that. But then as she's walking up, she calls them disgusting. I absolutely love this lady. Somebody that just degrades people and is just that hot.
As someone who loves the anime moments so much, did you forget to mention the part where the son had sunglasses on?
I don't know, because some of the anime moments I just brush over.
Oh, okay. So you don't actually like those as much.
No,
as
I do.
No, it's fine. This makes it. I win.
No, you don't.
No, I win because you're always like, oh yeah, I love anime stuff. Yes.
What do you win? You don't win nothing.
And I'm always like, well, I win because I've shown you for the fake bitch you are, and now everyone knows. Oh, that's just.
Dude, no.
Ronnie is a man of morals. He's no.
You know why I win? Why I win?
He sticks his ground. He picks his side and he stays with it. Whereas Chad is just a scared little squirrel, so he runs to the side to try and be different. But actually, he doesn't do any studying. He doesn't do any notes that helps him. He's just, you know what you're doing? Waltzing through life.
I hate all of the... My name is Ronnie. I hate all the anime moments. But I'll watch the Juju strolls, even though that's all it is.
Oh, and I'm Chad, and I fucking love anime stuff. But if you think I'm going to take an hour and a half and type some of these anime moments, you're kidding me. I'm not doing it.
Did you see that one Juju stroll where they were doing the ship thing? That thing was awesome.
That's what you sound like, okay? So screw you.
There's a great Juju stroll tonight, by the way.
I hope you have it, because I did not watch it. I am intentionally not watching or taking notes on any of them.
Yeah, because they're anime.
I know, and I want you to cover them.
Well, I'm covering them because it's my duty as a professional podcaster. I take this very seriously, whereas you're fake.
So they go through the whole character list. We got Mai again. She's a second year. We've got Okatsu Todo, who we've already met, but he's a third year. We have Broom Girl Ma.
Okay, Broom Girl, terrible nickname. Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
I kind of like Broom
Sabrina
Girl.
the Teenage Witch.
You don't like Broom Girl?
Nope, it's a fucking terrible nickname. You just described two things about her. Not creative at all. Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
All right, we've got Broom Girl the Teenage Witch. She is a third year. We've also got Robot, or Makamaru.
Made me mad.
And he is, well, actually, I don't know if he's a he. He sounds like a he, but he is a robot. So, but that person, well, that robot is a second year.
Surely that's cheating. What is this bullshit? How do you make a robot? The whole thing is not ever. The reason there's 20 students in both schools in like all of Japan is because it's such a minimal thing to have people who get cursed energy, but yet we can plug some sockets together and all of a sudden this guy has cursed energy and can be a sorcerer.
It's actually a good point. I didn't really think about that.
Thank you.
What about the panda, though? It's not human. It's a panda.
At least it's a life force.
Okay, that's true.
At least it's got a heartbeat. I mean, come on.
And he's
it
so
can be
cute.
one with nature. This is a hunk of metal. What are we doing? I will say, we got to be honest here. The students of Jujutsu High look like a bunch of vanilla ice cream cones compared to these Kyoto students.
Well, not the panda.
Oh, he's the most vanilla of them all. He's so boring.
My God, no, he's not. Have you seen his armband, dude?
So boring.
No, Robot is
He's so boring that he's like, oh, let me get an armband, and that can be my personality.
No. How about Robot? Hey, guys, my name is Robot.
Yeah, he's a robot.
Well,
that's enough.
I don't like it.
I think it's cheating. It's not fair, but you got a vanilla ice cream cone over here, and then a robot.
Speaking of vanilla, we then are shown blind guy Kyomo, who's a third year. This guy's vanilla. All he does is have his eyes shut the whole time.
Blind guy.
You didn't notice this guy was blind?
Is that the guy that's his hair is together in the most inefficient way possible?
Yeah, his eyes are never open. They're always shut. That's what, when you're blind, that's what you kind of do.
Wait. What?
Yes.
The guy that's got the hair ties.
You didn't notice this guy had his eyes shut the entire next two episodes?
Whoa. You're telling me the guy that's got his hair taped, and once again I'll say in the most inefficient way possible, has this guy ever heard of a hair tie? Why is he just duct taping his hair together? That guy's blind?
Well, he's either that or he's like Gojo and he just has his eyes shut the whole time, but I'm assuming that's definitely not the case.
Are we talking about the same guy? Because you haven't said, yes, that guy is who I'm talking about. Yeah,
because he's the only guy left to talk about besides Miwa, who is a second year. But that's a chick.
And Miwa's blue hair?
Yeah.
Okay. That guy's blind.
Dude, okay, he's either blind or he has his eyes shut at all times. He's blind, yeah.
I'm not so sure. If this guy's blind, I completely missed that.
Well, you missed it hard because we took notes on this episode and the next one, and he has multiple scenes in the next one where his eyes are never open.
What is this guy's name?
Kyomo.
Kyomo.
Or it's K-O-A-M-O, I think.
K-A...
No, K-O-A-M-O.
All right, you keep going. I'm just doing a little research here.
We then have a beautiful, lovely, soothing lady walk up and say, let's not fight amongst ourselves, guys.
By the way, you definitely didn't spell it right, but that's fine.
How do you spell it?
It's just K-A-M-O.
K-A-M-O, okay. I don't like that guy's name, dude. Is his eyes closed in the picture you pull up?
I don't want to get too far on this page here, but this is what it says. He has thin eyebrows and normally keeps his eyes closed, displaying little emotion the majority of the time. Doesn't say anything about him being blind, but majority of the time. I think he peaked a couple times, and that's when I saw him.
Majority of it. Okay, well, he's blind. When you close your eyes, you're blind. Like, I don't say I'm sleeping, I'm blinding, is what I always say when I go to sleep.
That's real dumb.
So then, I was talking about this beautiful lady that walks up. She's a semi-first grade sorcerer, and her name is Utami. I probably butchered the fuck out of that. I don't care.
Who is this one?
Utami.
No, hey, guess what? Pause for a second. You saying the name probably wrong again did not help me at all. I need a description. Is this like the Gojo?
Okay,
this is the Gojo of the Kyoto people. And what did you say? Oh, first grade.
She's a semi-first grade sorcerer.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she's kind of.
Yeah.
She's got like a mark like Toto does.
They all call Gojo an idiot though because he's still not there. He's late. Of course he is. He's always late. He then comes running up with a luggage cart, one of those made luggage carts, and says he's handing out souvenirs. The thing is though, when he hands these out, they don't even look that good. They're just simple red dolls. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, they are kind of a. This is the kind of gift where it's like, yeah, you thought of me, but almost I would have appreciated it more if you hadn't inconvenienced me with having to keep track of this all day.
Yeah. It's just like, it's a red...
If you hadn't given me anything, I would have appreciated it more.
I would have, I'm not even kidding, I would have thrown it away in front of his face.
That's why I hate, now this is Grumpy Ronnie coming out here again. You know, like those Christmas elephant gift party, white elephant gift parties?
Yeah.
Stop doing those.
No, I love those, dude.
Stop doing those.
I always get the best gift in those.
I mean, what if someone gives you a bologna sandwich, and you're like, well, actually, I would love that. They give you a picture of a bologna sandwich. It's just like, we laugh about it for 30 seconds, and then I just have to hold the picture of the bologna sandwich.
I guess our family does a more serious one, so you're always getting a good gift.
Oh, so you're not doing it a real way.
No, that is a real way. It's just I got a Georgia Yeti.
Now let's have this white elephant discussion right here in the middle of June. Is it supposed to be good gifts?
It can be whatever you want it to be. Give me the chocolate.
All right, well, I read the definition, and I'm going to be honest. That made me more mad than the actual white elephant exchange event itself. So, here's all I'll say. Christmas time, I'm in a very cheery mood. I would love to do.
Not.
Listen, I would listen. Mr. Grumpsters. Everyone, I love Christmas. I want to do so many Christmas activities with everyone. Don't invite me to the white elephant party.
Okay, so he doesn't want to do any activities.
It sounds like such a bother. You want to make a gingerbread house? Let's do it. You want to go Christmas caroling?
If Ronnie has to leave his house, he doesn't want to do it.
Because I have the voice. Some people call me the songbird of our generation. Because I got these pies.
And he does not go caroling. Don't listen to him. He literally on Christmas, I'm pretty sure he just sits in his room and plays Minecraft all day.
We wish you a happy June. We wish you a happy June. We wish you a happy June and soon to be July.
So then Gojo opens up a massive luggage, which then has Yuji in it, and he comes popping out like a big surprise party. He's like one of those birthday cake strippers. That's what I call him.
I had one. Okay, now we're getting ready to just be caught with our pants down. Because I had one more note about Gojo, but now you've done the whole Itadori reveal. So I feel like we've got to talk about that now, but I'm going to do this really bad thing in podcasting where I'm going to act like where you didn't talk about that. Gojo said he got those things from another business trip, right?
Yeah.
Dude, this guy goes on so many business trips.
I think he's just lying. I don't think he's being serious. He's a liar. And the souvenirs suck, so.
And also, if he's just... if what he's doing when he's on these business trips is just going to take down like a curse, I'm mad. Because, come on, Gojo. You're too real to be trying to hide that behind the curtain of a business trip. Just be like, oh yeah, there was a curse I had to go take out because I'm like the best in the game. Don't call it a business trip.
I really don't think he takes out any curses.
Imagine, okay, think about it like this. Imagine, well, don't even imagine it's going to happen. Prepare yourself. No, hey, look at me.
I'm imagining. You told me to
don't close your eyes. Don't close your eyes.
Better was closed.
Imagine was the wrong word. Look at me.
All right.
Prepare yourself for when this podcast takes off. All right, and we're going to do the first ever live podcast tour. You know, it's not a big thing now where the Weeknd, he does world tours to perform his his songs and dances.
Yeah.
Great voice.
We're going to have somebody walk up to us and punch us in the gut.
If I was in the Songbird of the generation, the Weeknd would really have a chance. And imagine us going to do live podcasts and then we tell people, oh yeah, we can't make it to that. We got a business trip.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm canceling our tour if you're going to call those a business trip. Fuck that.
I'm calling it a business trip.
Forget about it.
This is all, even this podcast right now is all business.
Hey, will you freaking get to Itadori jumping out of a crate?
He jumped out of the crate, and no one gave a fuck. Not a single person seemed to care whatsoever, except for old man Jenkins, principal of Kyoto High School. He is not happy about it. He's very shocked. You can tell he wants to knock him into the ground.
Hey, can you stop talking so I can put my opinion in here?
In the time of this episode,
I feel like you're getting ready to just say your notes on the rest of the episode in one breath. That was too long. Let me get in there with my notes, okay?
Get in there.
This was good. This was the kind of initial reaction I needed from the Itadori reveal.
Yes.
I didn't need to see them go, ah!
Itadori.
I didn't need another anime moment because since it wasn't in your notes, I'm going to go back again. This time I'm going back about 3 minutes.
Because I'm trying to speed this process along.
Well, you know what?
That's somewhere I got to be. It's already been
okay, well, how about since you said such a bold-faced lie like that, we slow down even further and you can lie and tell everyone where you got to be.
No, I'm going to the UFC Fight Night tonight.
Where do you have to be?
Going to UFC Fight Night.
Oh, UFC Fight Night. I've watched UFC a couple times. Don't worry. They don't start fighting until 12:30 a.m. for some unknown reason.
It's like 9 o'clock when it starts. So we do have a couple hours.
9 o'clock.
When the first fight starts.
You know who's fighting at 9 o'clock? This is who it'll be. It'll be a foreign guy missing 5 teeth, and he's tatted up very all over the place. And then it'll be another gentleman in... He'll be wearing yellow pants, okay? Yellow pants, and he'll be all about... And they'll say... This is what they'll say. He's just good on the mat. You know, he doesn't really punch. He's one that kind of tackles, and it turns into wrestling, and it bores everyone.
I could see that.
That's what it'll be. That's what the 9 o'clock one always is. I actually like UFC. It's way more fun to watch than these celebrity boxing matches.
No, dude.
Good Lord.
These things are so sick.
God, these celebrity boxing matches need to chill out.
You think people would pay for a Ronnie versus Chad celebrity boxing match?
I think even the people that don't like us would pay for those.
I bet they would. They'd probably pay to box us themselves.
That's true, too. But no, I had a great take on the sun with sunglasses. Oh, kind of a little tongue twister there. Sun with sunglasses.
Okay, no, we're not mentioning this again.
No, this is a really good note. Could you please let me say?
I want to hurry this up. I know no one's going to listen to a 2 hour.
You're dragging it out, and if I could just say my note, I was so proud of it, and then we can move on.
Okay, we better move on.
All I'm saying is if the sun gets so intense that the Earth has to put on sunglasses, global warming is going to get a whole lot worse before it gets better. Okay, we can move on.
I can't believe I just wasted my ears on that.
Imagine if the Earth had to put on sunglasses. Oh.
All right, I'm imagining it. It is kind of funny, but...
The Earth is heating up in an alarm.
You should have said that 30 minutes ago when that scene happened.
Well, you didn't have it in your notes, so I couldn't. You're doing a terrible job note-taking.
You talked about it 30 minutes ago, and you still didn't mention that note.
The Earth is heating up at such an alarming rate. Please stop using styrofoam cups. Move on.
I will not. I don't care about science. Gojo then says to the old man Jenkins that he thought he would die of shock because he's so old when he saw that Yuji was still alive.
Nice crack at the old fart.
But anyways, no one else cared, and it was super awkward, and they were just mad that they kept this secret from him. Because it is true. Like, I'd be fucking pissed, too. You're going to keep this secret from me? I don't even like Yuji that much, but still. Like,
yeah,
if I was,
what exactly was the point, now that I'm thinking about it?
He just didn't, while he was training him up or whatever, he didn't want them to know he was alive, so they'd come after him.
Gojo was like, listen, those other guys, they're not going to do a single class. They're literally just walking around going to vending machines. We got to focus on you, and we can't let them know that you're actually training, because I can't say this enough. They are doing nothing.
No, they were training with Panda. Remember, he was doing the os.
Like, we've got a animal that's one grade ahead of them, and he's teaching them stuff that he barely passed last year. Like, Panda skated through first year with just...
Well, Panda's a third year, but...
No, he's not.
He's a second year?
Boom! I love it! All right, keep going. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get that excited.
Please edit that out.
Hey,
Hey, please edit that scene out. I did not say that about Panda. All right. Now we're back to the episode.
Oh. That sounded terrible.
So the event will be held over we go to them talking about the event that's being held, and it will be held over 2 days, and there will be an exorcism race.
Yeah, they had to explain this again because the first time they did it, they gave those lines to Panda, and he did
way better.
Terrible job.
I didn't even understand what was just said because Panda did it way better. Curses will be released in all areas. You know, we got from grade 1, 2, 3. There are no rules. Just get them all and be sure not to kill other competitors or injure them too badly, whatever that means.
And you know why I'm mad at this.
That's not specific enough, right?
No. This is what they said. Say that exact line again.
There are no rules. Just get them all.
Yeah, you can stop because I can see you're choking on that line a little bit. They go, there are no rules except for this one rule, which is don't kill anyone.
Well, that's not really a rule,
hey,
is it?
Guess it's a rule, okay?
Is it?
It's a rule. If you're not allowed to do it, if it's enforcing something, it's called a rule.
I don't think it is. So then we go to Nobara, and she is a feisty little thing. She's making Yuji hold up a picture frame on his face. What is this?
I don't know.
Is it just embarrassing? Like, oh, you're a picture? Because... What is it? What the fuck is this?
You're irrelevant. You're just like a picture on the wall. No one's paying attention to you. Good one, Nobara.
He then learns about Salmon Man and why he says things that are only food related and pretty stupid. But it actually makes sense is because if he does, he's a speech curse user. What?
Jeez. But it actually makes sense.
No.
Sure, we laugh at it, but it actually makes sense. Just let me talk about this for a second.
Because he is a very powerful young individual, and if he uses his speech cursed energy, he could really do some damage.
Yes, he only speaks in ingredients of rice balls, but hold on, it actually makes sense. Let me explain this real quick. Maki,
then asks for her demon slaughter back from Yuji, and he starts having an anime moment where he's thinking back to what happened to it, and he realizes he shattered it.
Yep, rip Slaughter Demon, the most reasonably named weapon in all of the land.
And then he says, oh, Gojo has it, which is exactly what I would have done. I would have just blamed it on Gojo. Even though he was the one that broke it.
I will say, when she asked for it back and Itadori does the little thought bubble, it was so anime, which usually isn't my thing. This one actually made me giggle a little bit.
Yeah, it made me giggle too. They all did.
I actually like that one.
Thank you. They start disbudding.
They what now?
They
Man.
They start displaying the group battle and what to do.
Yeah,
I don't know.
displaying was... when you went back to it, displaying was a word, which was more of an accomplishment you did the first time, which was say disbudding, which was not. That's not a word.
I am so fucking on one right now, dude.
But unfortunately, the way you use displaying, I'm pretty sure it still didn't make sense in the construct of the sentence, but that's okay. We'll keep moving on. The show's got to go on.
Fushi says if everyone fights Yuji at the same time without cursed energy, Yuji would win. That's a pretty bold fucking statement.
Yeah, but they've done a good job showing us that could be true.
Yeah, but it's bold of me. It's bold because we have Maki saying, "Wow, that's pretty convincing considering Fushi fought Todo, and Todo seems strong as hell."
Right.
And he's saying even if Todo and others teamed up, that Yuji would win, which was like, I don't know about that.
But then it also shows what kind of a good team dynamic we have here, because she trusts so much in Fushi that she's not thinking like, oh, no way. She's almost like, seriously? Like, I want to see this for myself, but that's pretty crazy.
And then they start disbudding.
And then they start disbudding again, yeah.
Well, we go back to the other crew, and we have the principal, Old Man Jenkins, telling the Kyoto students that they must kill Yuji. So he's already on this bullshit.
Call him eyebrows.
We've got Old Man Eyebrows Jenkins telling Kyoto students that they must kill Yuji.
Eyebrow Jenkins, I like it. And I was like, hell yes, let's go. Things are getting intense. I'm up and ready for this storyline here.
Yeah, you are. I'm up and ready, too, for whatever's coming my way. I'm up and ready like Jeffrey.
Oh, you're not up and ready like me.
I meant like Jeffrey, but I think this is coming out before the Jeffrey episode.
Yeah, but there's a little nugget for anyone who comes back and listens and, it's just flipping and flopping through our catalog.
But then he tells them you must kill a person using cursed energy with cursed techniques, otherwise they might become a curse after death. So him saying this, to me, this means that most likely Sukuna was a terrific cursed energy user, and then they didn't kill him with cursed energy when he was a human, and he came back as a curse, like one of the strongest ever, because he must have been crazy good or something.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that. The legend of Sukuna continues to build.
Todo then gets pissed off, and he just says how stupid it actually sounds, and he calls the old man stupid, too, Mr. Jenkins.
Eyebrow Jenkins.
Mr. Eyebrow Jenkins. And then he says he needs to go see how do you say her name? Todaka-chan? Tonika?
No, Tokata, I think.
Tokata-chan. And he's a little too obsessed with this lady. She wasn't that good looking, right? I mean, she was all right, but
well, she was a cute young lady. But then it's also the celebrity of it all kicks it up a notch.
Anyways, I'm sure you're probably a Belle Delphine.
Do you not have a celebrity crush?
Yes.
All right. Well, we definitely don't want to hear about it, so let's keep moving on.
Jessica Alba, when she was in the Fantastic Four, my goodness, I would fantastically for her. That doesn't make any sense at all. But I would just kiss her on the lips. What I'm trying to say is I would give her a smooch on the lips.
Well, I wouldn't want to be so forward. I'd start with a cheek and see how she felt about it.
So you agree with me on that pick?
Yes.
She's a very decent looking lady.
That was, in all seriousness, that had to be one of the first moments where little Ronnie felt like he was starting to turn into a man.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't call you little back then, even though you were younger.
Well, yeah, that was before the blow up of 2014, you idiot. Did you get what he needed to go see Takata do?
Sign stuff?
He says there's a walking show.
She's going to walk?
Nope, not so much that. I mean, you would assume that's what's going to happen. All I'm saying is first they had a handshake event, and now he was recording the walking show. Which I might have just spoiled that he's recording it. So I'm sorry if anyone hasn't gotten to that part yet. He's recording the show.
Listen, all of you. I'm disappointed in your bad taste of women. And if you try to order me around, I'll kill you. That's his exact words after that.
That's what Toto said, by the way. That wasn't Chad saying that. He didn't preface that he was going into a quote
This is
there.
so bad.
The worst episode yet. Don't look at your phone. We're almost
Who is
done.
Bryce Hall?
You know who that is.
I really don't.
He's one of those guys that has one earring in one ear for some reason.
Oh, he's one of those guys? Oh, yeah. I know exactly.
Don't you know those guys and it's dangly? It's a dangle one. You know how it dangles from the ear?
Oh, my sister just said,
He's a TikToker.
And he's just, it's one on one side.
now I know exactly who he is. Yeah, guy with the one earring that TikToks. Know him.
I guess, yeah, he is better known for his TikTok career, but I know him as the guy that's got the dangly earring on one ear. Please continue. He's a very talented young man, I'm sure.
After he says he's disappointed in their taste of women, that if you order me around, I'll kill you, the blue-haired chick says she doesn't want to be killed, which is a pretty bold statement. And they're just talking because Toto leaves and Robot and everyone, they're trying to plot and, find a way to kill Yuji. So they're on Mr. Eyebrow Jenkins' timeline here. And Como says, we will attack Yuji all together. So he's thinking, pretty logically, even though he's blind. We then have Sabrina the Teenage Witch,
Just keeps his eyes closed the majority of the time. He's not
a.k.a.
blind.
Broom Girl, points out that the speech user is the most dangerous one, which
Oh.
you've been shitting on this guy. I told you. He's got something up his sleeve.
You said it all makes sense once we hear about it.
And then Como says, if you know he's coming and you see him coming, he's really not that dangerous. So he must have some weaknesses that we don't know about yet. We then go to Gojo as he's telling the pretty little lady that, well, she's not little, but she's pretty tall, that
I think she's pretty timeless, if I'm being honest. She kind of
Yeah.
strikes me as timeless.
she's very timeless.
Okay, I'm glad you agree.
That there's someone working with either a curse user or curses at Jujutsu High. And yes, I did not say it right. Don't give a shit.
It's not true. You care.
She says impossible, but Gojo says a lot like Brocano and the other dude, the other curse. They just keep popping up places. He's like, it's happening. And he asks Utami, which is her name, to investigate Kyoto for him to see if it's anybody from Kyoto. She asks him what he would do if she was the traitor, and he says, there's no way. You're weak, and you're not that capable. Laugh my fucking ass off as she throws a tea at him, but it doesn't hit him because he's got his infinity set up to where it just bounces right off, which is just straight up awesome. We then have Fushi, who's asking Yuji what happened in the time that he was, supposedly dead. He can tell something's bothering Yuji, but Yuji says he's fine, but actually something did happen, and he just doesn't want to lose anyone.
Gosh.
So
And he's all about proper deaths.
he is, and Fushi says the same thing, and then Fushi, Panda, and team start to roll out, and Yuji gets excited, jumps in the front, and says, let's win, but then gets a kick from Maki behind because he's trying to lead him. And know your place, fool.
Exactly. I love how you said, know your place.
Yeah, know your place.
Simply
Maki
enough said, know your place.
And the episode ends, and there was not a Juju scroll this time.
No, there was a Juju stroll. But first of all, the episode ends. Fuck this. I am so, look at me. You made me so mad tonight, but what made me even more madder? This. What the hell is this post-credit, or not even this credit scene? This end credit, the end of the show happened, and what happens when the end of the show they have a song, and they did this instead of Lost in Paradise, and what the fuck is this?
I wouldn't care if Lost in Paradise was a forever thing.
Where's my Lost in Paradise? Why am I watching Jujutsu's High's... What? God, so hard to say. Why am I watching Jujutsu High School's official Instagram account's story? That's what that is. Why are we seeing it? And the frame
sucks.
because the frame. Do you know what I mean when
I know
say
exactly
the frame?
what you're talking about. I don't even like to see like the Lost in Paradise one. I would watch the whole whole way through.
Yeah.
This one sucks.
Now, what stinks is it's good animation.
Oh, wow.
But I said what stinks is it's good animation, but for some reason I'm watching, because I'm very well-to-do with money. I've got an 80-inch television, and yet we're only using 15 inches of it because it's like I'm watching a Snapchat story.
Well, I mean, you don't have to complain that much about it. It's not that terrible. I do agree, good animation, but Lost in Paradise, not all good things last.
So we go to the Juju Stroll. We're at a sushi restaurant. And this is the wok show we've heard so much about. It looks like we have a nice collection of fish. Some nice sushi going on here. And our little celebrity wants some goat fish at room temperature. How do you feel about goat fish at room temperature, Chad? You like it? Don't like it? What do you think of this restaurant? Nice setup. You think we're coming back here later on in the series?
I've said this once and I'll say it again. I do not watch the fucking Juju Strolls.
So she thinks one of the guys... Wait, this is hilarious. You're actually going to really like this part. Okay. All right. Buckle up for a giggle. She thinks one of the guys in here is 300 years old. Hilarious. Oh, that's classic Takata. She's just so funny. Oh. And Toto, he's also really taking a liking to this episode, and he claims that she's drunk. And then that's it.
Oh, that's actually good.
I told you it was a good one.
I like Toto. Toto seems like a nice guy.
Well,
he likes women.
Okay. Whatever you say.
What?
Go ahead and close out this episode since you want to be so done with it so badly.
I don't want to be done with this episode. No, I just don't like the Juju Strolls.
You hate you hate the podcast. Go ahead and close out the episode. It's fine.
Thank you guys for coming out with us and seeing us on this podcast and listening to us with the audio and yada, yada, yada. Please, Twitter, @podcastchronic. Give us a follow. Tweet at us. Like our posts. Do whatever you want, really. I mean, you don't even have to look us up. YouTubes. Look us up on the YouTubes. We're on there. Mm-hmm. TPC.
And you would say that you're posting videos about 4 days after they surface on the podcast apps?
Well, that's the thing. I will be on vacation. I won't be posting videos because I'm on vacation next week. So don't expect YouTube to be on there.
Yeah. 10 days of vacation. There's no downtime, unfortunately, on an entire vacation to get a video to upload. Because, man, it is a strenuous process.
I would tell Ronnie to do it, but he is living in 2004, and he's using dial-up internet connection.
Yeah, so. Ronnie doesn't do enough as it is, or else we'd have him do it.
I mean, it would be all you do is just press the button and it just uploads. But you know, I've had to pay for extra Wi-Fi money to do it, and still haven't paid for this podcast. So we're gonna close this out now, and we're on Spotify. We're on everything. Check us out.
They're already listening. You don't need to tell them where to find us.
Yeah, I do. We're on Stitchers.
Yep.
Radios.
Not everything has an S at the end of it.
And we love you guys so much. We're so thankful for you. Go to our Discord.
Links in the description.
It's been very live recently.
And
we talk to you guys another time.
And
peace.
Peace.